I'm tracking the latest details on the winter storm. Heavy wet snow in the mountains, some snow outside of the mountains, even down to the coastline, especially in Maine, where there'll be a slushy up to an inch of accumulation. Let's take a look at the maps here in the forecast hour by hour. Always follow along your timestamp at the top and watch the storm come in from west to east tonight, or really today for New England and the Northeast, and then tonight and tomorrow, and then it's a Monday for Maine, especially here. So this storm is going to hit a roadblock on the weather highway. It's going to sit and spin over the Maritimes in Canada. And that's going to mean it slows down and there will be snow persisting into Monday morning, Bangor, Eastport, and Maine. Here it is Saturday afternoon. Some ice mixing in north of Albany, Rutland, Burlington. The blue is snow tonight, all the way down the southern coast of Maine, mid-coast, and a portion of down east getting that light snow, okay? But the heaviest snow is going to be inland and especially the Katahdin region north as the storm slows down. But look here, you've got lake enhancement going on, Syracuse, back towards Erie and PA, Ithaca. That's going to be lake enhancement as the storm, once again, it hits a roadblock on the weather highway to the east, and it's going to bring that northwest flow off the lakes that are obviously not frozen yet in November. So we'll put it through one more time and show you the precipitation here tonight. It is rain in Albany, it's rain in Boston, rain in Concord, snow in Freiburg, snow in Greenville, snow in Bangor, snow in Holton, snow in Caribou, and then into the day Sunday, here's your wraparound moisture, okay? Now, with this, you really need a storm to hit that roadblock with that blocking high over Greenland, okay, and the storm slows down and you get that snow here for down east Maine, the central highlands, heading up into the county in Maine, okay? That is what's going to be happening for Sunday into Monday as the storm hits that roadblock on the weather highway. Snowfall accumulation here. Let me go ahead and pull up the latest map. This shows the snow. Here's your lake enhancement coming down from Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. Okay, here's that heavier snow upstate New York, outside of Watertown. And then here's your snow northern New England. Obviously, the presidential range gets a foot. Okay, as you get close to Mount Washington, it'll get a foot of snow. It is going to be about an inch or more from the foothills north, okay, but also some ice mixing in. And then the very light, slushy stuff here down towards the mid-coast of Maine and down east. The heaviest stuff is Central Highlands heading up into the county where you've got 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. The more you're at elevation with this, the more you're going to see snow because it is still November and things have not frozen over just yet. It's an advisory type event here. Winter weather advisory type snow for northern New England especially, but also in southern Vermont and in New York, okay? Winter weather advisory is up. So you've got your first wave of precip that's going to be coming through. That's going to be upslope flow coming in from the storm, from the west right now. And then you'll get snow wrapping around on the backside as the storm hits this weather highway roadblock here, moving over the Canadian Maritime. So that's a look at radar in the last hour. Satellite picture shows how clear it is. You can take a look here. You've got cloud cover going on right now in the western mountains of Maine. Everyone else is all clear, 20s and 30s. Here comes the leading edge of cloud cover in New York right now, heading upstate New York, Pennsylvania, and these temperatures in the 60s and mid-60s are not coming into northern New England, okay? This storm is going to dive south and form over the coast of Maine, so it's going to pull in some cold air on the backside. There it is. Right here is your center as the storm's going to transfer some energy down to the coastline. It's not going to blow up into a major nor'easter, but there will be some nor'easter vibes from this as it gets stuck on the weather highway and pushes towards the north and east. It does get stronger a little bit, okay? But not a major storm, definitely not. Precipitation type, you'll see where the ice is mixing in for northern New England, the wind-sheltered valleys. There'll be a little bit of a northeasterly wind component to keep the cold air trapped in, so you're going to have that moisture coming up over the cold air, okay? You're going to get snow, you're going to get some ice, especially in northern New England, but then it changes to mostly all snow, and then that's over with. This is not going to be necessarily a snow to rain completely. There will be some snow to rain for Sunday, but then it's going to get cold. It'll go back over to snow in Maine. So it's snow, a little ice, some rain, and then back over to snow. Only the high peaks are going to stay all snow with this. Now, I want to take the forecast out to next weekend and show you this really wild pattern going on. Look at this warm-up temperature anomaly Saturday morning, where it's typically in the 30s. It is going to be 20 to even 25 degrees above typical. And that will continue during the day next Saturday. You'll notice your temperatures are still, Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock, still 25 degrees above average. So it is going to be warm next weekend. It is going to be rain. And then look at here, we get into Tuesday, November 25th, 30 degrees above typical. So the end of November is going to be very warm because you watch here on the weather highway. Here is your Greenland block that's caused that roadblock on the weather highway. There it is, your block. This is going to go away, and this will allow the warm air to come up from the south. Watch it here, okay? Your Greenland block goes away, and then there comes your ridge, okay, once that blocking pattern. So the cleanup crews come out, they clean up the roadblock on the weather highway, your trough digs to the west, and then you get your big surge of warm air for next weekend and then again in the following week. So there's going to be at least 2 opportunities for it to get quite warm, a run for 60s and 70s in New England and also down to the south. You can follow along for the latest forecast on Facebook for New England. I do also do a forecast for Maine that is done every day for my subscribers. I thank you so much for watching Jason Nappy Weather.